Hello Chiefs, and welcome back to the Blueprint YouTube channel. Today we'll be looking at some attacks from Badzinga. They've been performing really well recently. You guys probably haven't heard of them, but they've actually won a couple tournaments. So we'll be looking at some attacks they had from War vs Tribe, which happened in the Stephanie Cup warm-up rounds, I believe. So yeah, we'll be looking at what attacks they did and how they did. I think they actually lost this war 13-13 on percent, so that's a pretty impressive score to put up against Tribe Gaming. And wow, is that one loon gonna get the eagle? That's amazing value. I'm not sure if he meant to do that, but that's incredible value from just one loon. I'd take that any day of the week. So we have LP here. He actually won the World Championships with Nova in 2019, and he's recently joined Badzinga, so that's pretty big addition to make to already a very strong team. And he's actually coming in with a Queen Charge Zap Dragons. This is not an attack I've really seen. I'm not sure about you guys, but this is very creative to see, and it's really cool to see different kinds of attacks. So let's see. So I believe he zapped to make his Queen Charge a bit easier and to maybe funnel the Queen a bit. I think it lessened the damage on the Queen as well, so that helps a lot and saves spell for the Queen Charge. I don't think he actually needed that freeze because the Town Hall was not on the healers, but I guess he wanted to be safe. And now he's just coming in with dragons. This is actually a pretty weird plan because it's really wide for dragons. He didn't even funnel them at all. He just put them in with the slammer. But as we saw from the previous video, if you haven't seen it, dragons are so strong you can put them in a line and they'll crush the base. So I guess he used the Queen Charge to set up a funnel for his drags to just stay in the core, and his drags just get through. If you see, he has no spells left at all, and he's still got quite a bit of the base to go through. But he still has RC and a lot of drags remaining, so they just power through the base. His Queen is still up, so that's how powerful this attack can be if you use it on the right base. Clearly LP's base identification is one of the best I've seen. He always comes in with really cool attacks, and this is just another one, so GG to that. That was impressive to watch. So Badzinga actually got into the NACC recently, so it'll be pretty cool to see how well they fare against the top clans week in, week out. I actually think they'll perform really well because these guys are actually really good and very talented. And here we have Kai coming in with Queen Charge Hogs. This is yet another attack we don't really see in the meta anymore. Hogs aren't very viable, to be honest. They're pretty weak, especially now that springs have been updated. The springs actually work pretty well, so the hogs actually don't make it that far. The hogs are essentially just a tank for the RC, if I'm honest. That's what Queen Charge Hogs is nowadays. But yeah, he used the Blimp there to take out the eagle, lure the CC and set a funnel. He didn't use a rage on it, but still got really good value, so that was nice to see. And now he's coming in with his Queen Charge. With the recent Town Hall 14 update, the Queen actually goes into this one tile gaps now, which is nice to see. But it also makes it harder for builders, so I'm not too sure how I feel about that change. Maybe you guys can comment if you think it's a good or bad change that the Queen goes in. So now he's using his BK to funnel and tank a couple buildings, and his Queen is just charging in. The Queen actually doesn't take that much damage on Queen Charges anymore, especially if you use a unicorn on there. So if you see, she never really got low, even with 2 expos, a sweeper on her and the arch tower. Before, you'd definitely see a lot more spells invested in the Queen Charge, but now you're able to take that jump like Kai has. And now he just comes in with the hogs with a pretty widespread. You normally do see the warden ability used very early with hogs, mostly because it's the best time to use it before they thin out, and you want to get the headhunters in your warden ability straight away, because the heroes are pretty detrimental to a hog hit. So I'm not sure if he meant for his RC to path into the middle scatter, but it works out really well. His Queen Charge is still going, his Queen is hanging on. But for a Queen Charge hog hit, this is pretty crushed. Normally when a Queen Charge hog hit works, there aren't many hogs left, but this time there's actually quite a lot of hogs left. And this base is completely gone. That was a really nice hit. And once again, that's base identification. Base identification is so important to see. So yeah, really nice hit by Kai. And now we move on to Wasted, coming in with, I guess, a Blizzard, judging by his spells. But he's got a clone spell. I wonder what he's gonna do with that. Is he gonna clone his super wizards? Or I wonder. Well, let's see what happens. So he's coming in with Blimp. Wait, he's got super minions. What? I've never seen this before. I thought it was super wizards, but he's got super minions. That Invisi spell was really nice because the first one actually made the multi invisible. So we adjusted the second one to make the multi not invisible. That way the super minions do get it. But I'm not sure if that, because there's a lot of spell investment. You're investing in a clone as well. And 3 Invisis, a rage. I don't know. He does get a lot of the base, but is it worth the extra spell instead of doing the super wizard blimp? Because I feel like the super wizard blimp would have got the same amount of value or similar. But it did make a really nice funnel for his heroes. So I'm assuming he's gonna try kill the enemy queen and both those infernos. And that actually sets up a pretty nice path for his Lalo. So let's see how it goes. But I'm still not sure on that CC is. It'd be interesting how much a super wizard blimp would have got there. But it's cool to see people coming with new attacks in this meta. Because I don't think we'd have seen that at Town Hall 13 at all. So that was impressive to watch. And yeah, he's coming with the RC for the multi. He's doing that because the other 2 heroes are tanking, so the RC can get a lot more value, which means you can get a heavier dive with your heroes, which is nice to see. So if you look at the base now, it's just a straight line through the base, and that makes the Lalo really nice, but there is a lot of high DPS buildings left. We've got the Town Hall, we've got Scatter, we've got a couple of bows, so that is quite a lot to Lalo with limited spells. Especially with only 1 freeze for a Scatter and Town Hall, that's very hard to deal with. So let's see, and he's still got the Tesla farm as well, and that's going to really ruin his pathing. Because he's only got 7 loons left to deploy, and it's very important to have loons left when you Lalo, so you can cut off the funnel. So if he had more loons here, he could have placed them on each of the Teslas, and that would have helped his pathing a lot. But now you'll see those loons just kind of path in one group now. Instead of them staying in the core, they completely avoid that expo. So that is why cut-off loons are so important. They keep your main group in the core and going the right way. So I believe with a better Lalo, this probably would have tripled, but it's looking like it's going to fall short here. Definitely with a better Lalo and a bit heavier on those funnel loons, he'd have got a bit further. Not sure it would have tripled. Maybe it would have time fail if anything, but it's really cool to see people coming up with new meta attacks. Hopefully we can see someone use that blimp more, because it is really cool to watch, but I'm still not sure if it's worth the clone investment or not. So now we have the super giant witch attack. So this actually became very popular near the end of Town Hall 13. I've not actually seen it much at Town Hall 14, I'm not too sure why. I still think it's a pretty strong attack, but yeah, I'm not really sure why we haven't seen it much at Town Hall 14, because there's no addition. I guess there's more people using multis now at Town Hall 14, and the Town Hall does a bit more damage, so maybe it is harder to use. I think he used on this base because of the single at 12, which is nice for witches, because the single just gets locked on the skellies. He actually takes a jump on this one. Normally we didn't see people take a jump, they just relied on the log launcher to get all the way through the base, but on this one he takes the jump. Those zaps actually made a really nice funnel because it keeps his core group in the core, which means they go towards the tunnel. He actually didn't get that Inferno at 12, so hopefully these witches can get it. Oh wow, they actually beat through a wall for the queen. So maybe those zaps didn't work after all, because now everything's just split all over the place. He only has the queen and 1 witch to get the Town Hall. I guess he still does have a RC with ability, and there's not much space left, but this attack actually got a lot closer than it should have. I thought it'd be smashed considering how far he got into the core. That enemy queen making them bang for a wall was, I guess you don't really think of that stuff when you're planning a hit, you just look at the obvious things. So maybe that's something to think about when you guys plan your hits, is to pre-plan and look even further in the hit. But yeah, those were some really creative attacks from Badzinger. Hopefully we can see some more from them, and hopefully you guys enjoyed watching them. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.